Yo, live video. First live video. Maybe I should wait until I get some viewers. Anybody there? Love is killing me slowly. So I just rather be lonely. What does this button do? I can't turn my phone while I'm live. Cool. Nah. So, first live video. So, I've decided to do this live video series, starting out once a week. So call it the GimmeMoe live video series. Season 1, episode 1. Now, why am I doing this? You know, I get a lot of messages from artists online saying, hi, I've listened to your work, I've done some of the things that you do, or I've listened to some of the things that you do. Please help me. I need advice. Now, as everybody knows, advice is free, depending on what you're asking. And what I want to do is really give people a chance to interact with me and have a chance to actually not leave the comfort of their home to come and meet me to get the answers that they're looking for. And you know, and sometimes you can't answer everybody's question by, you know, simply sending a message via text. You know, sometimes the emphasis doesn't happen. If you're watching right now, share it with your artist friends, tag them in the comments, get them to watch. If you're a aspiring artist or even a current artist, wherever you are in the world, you want to listen to this, because I'm going to ask you some questions that only you can answer, that's very important to your career. Now, another reason why I'm doing this is, you know, artists ask me to listen to their demos, like listen to the song that I've done with this person and that person. And you know, I'm hoping on this platform we can interact even more. So, you know, people can eventually send me their demos. I'll give them feedback. I'll even, you know, recommend your music via this platform on a weekly basis. Or, you know, if I end up doing this more often, then fantastic. But now, why me? Who am I? I get that a lot. Because a lot of the times people don't really know the producer behind the scenes who's making the music. So, I'm Munib Khalant. A lot of people know me as GimmeMoe. I'm a music producer, mixing and mastering engineer based in Cape Town. I've done work for a lot of artists that you know about. Chad Simon, Kino Lee, Lloyd Jansen, Jared Ricketts. I'm sure everybody knows Jared Ricketts stuff. Go and buy his album. It's coming out soon. He's working with Ibrahim Malum. I've worked with Clint Brink. I don't know, Three on the Floor, Kaimak, The Englishman, lots of artists and tracks that you know. I recorded, mixed and mastered a track called Awesome by Masalad featuring Ricardo Dyson. And that track for Masalad actually won Best New House Artist in 2017 at the Mzansi Hip Hop Mzansi Kwaito and House Music Awards last year. So pretty chuffed about that. So yes, as my work won awards, of course, right? But if you are a music producer, you need to remember that your work or your last piece of work is actually the only thing that is relevant. Nobody's going to care that you had this hit 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. What's relevant now is your last piece of work. So producers, listen up. Now, how can I help you make better music? Or as an artist, how can you make the right decisions for your career or your music, right? What I find is that the focus of artists when they want to do music is on the wrong things. I'll give you an example. An artist came to me once and he says, listen, I can't pay you, but I'm gonna be big. And that's where you're gonna make your money, because I've got these aspirations and these dreams, and everything's just gonna happen. You'll see, and that's fantastic. People having passion, for the work that they want to do, and that's great. But they are 50 steps ahead of themselves, right? A lot of people come into studio and they say, you know what, Mo, I've got this song that I want you to do, and it's going to be a hit, and I've put my life, my everything into the song, and my family loves it, my girlfriend loves it, my sister, my brother, etc. And a lot of times none of those things actually matter. What actually matters is the question that I ask artists immediately after that. And that's something that I do when artists want to work with me. I say, look, come and meet me. Let's sit down. Let's have a cup of coffee. Let's listen to some music. And let's just see if we vibe. Let's just see if we get along. Right? Because that's most important. When you're choosing your producer, you guys need to click. But then I ask the artist, so what happens after the song? Right? So what are your plans for this song? And then I get the fairy tale again. And no disrespect to anybody who's done this. I'm here to educate you, to help you make better music, to get things out there. So I say, what happens with this song? I say, no. Once we finish this song, I'm going to take it to the radio station, and then they'll start naming a particular radio station. And they'll say, listen, once I do this, I dream of this reaching the SA top 10, the top 40, the top 30s, all of the different charts that some of the radio stations have. And then I say, okay, that's fantastic. You've got aspirations, you've got dreams, you know what you want. And then when I ask the artist, so what happens if it doesn't play? And what happens if the radio station says no? Because a lot of times people only tend to list 2. So they name 2 radio stations. So in the Cape Town area, people will say, I want to get it on KFM and I want to get it on Heart. But they don't understand that Heart is a local radio station to Cape Town on the Western Cape area. And KFM is actually a national radio station, which changes the game a bit. Now, when I ask artists that question, they tend to get very despondent, which is obviously not the intent. My intention is not to put them down, but actually to help them make the right decisions. And if you're an artist and you're investing in your talent, it's important that you make the right decisions, because if you're investing in your talent, you are spending your money, spending your time, your effort on yourself to grow yourself as a brand and as an artist. And sometimes it's good for you to make the wrong decisions and get things wrong as you go along or as you progress. But if I can help you to make better decisions so that you don't make too much wrong decisions or too many wrong decisions, that'll be great. So when I ask artists about what happens if the song doesn't play, I get this blank stare. And I always get that blank stare because a lot of upcoming artists or new artists haven't thought beyond that one song. They haven't thought about things like who their target audience is. Who am I targeting? And I don't mean I'm targeting females, I'm targeting people who are in love. I'm actually speaking about what is the age group of this, of people who are going to listen to this song. Is it between the ages of 10 and 20, 20 to 25, an older crowd, a more mature crowd? What style of music do you do? Is the style of music that you want to do or that you feel you are good at, does it fit with the radio station that you're targeting, which in a lot of cases doesn't happen. People don't do that. For example, if you want to get something on Good Hope FM in Cape Town, in one of the evening shows, let's say the Ready D show. Now we're talking about hip-hop. Everybody knows hip-hop. You know, you're not going to submit a full-on jazz song or pop song to a hip-hop show or a hip-hop station, etc. Right? And a lot of the time, again, I repeat, I sound like a stuck record, artists haven't thought that through. They haven't thought past. They've put so much effort into one piece of work only that they haven't thought past that one piece of work. Let me give you an example. Jared Ricketts. Everybody knows Jared Ricketts. He's a great friend of mine. I hope he's watching. I know he's in a different time zone, but he'll be home soon. When Jared and I started working together, we had known each other for years. And when we got together, like, everybody thinks, you know what? Mo and Jared got together and they made Dismissed, and then it was fantastic. And then the very next song that they did was Stay, and that's also plays. It still plays on your national radio and blah 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 blah. It wasn't the first two songs that we did. In fact, when Jared and I started working, we actually have a whole lot of songs. Some of them you can hear. Well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. A lot of them are unreleased, and they are fantastic tracks. But if I should show you the Jared folder, or my project folder for Jared, you'll probably see about 15 tracks. I don't know. Jared can chat to Jared. I don't know. We did a lot. And again, all of them aren't completed tracks, but that was the relationship that we had, right? And we knew that, and we were willing to take the risk, saying, you know, everything may not work. And now, based on that experience that I have with Jared, with the Englishman, Ibrahim English, you know, my good friends, Ibrahim Malam, Amin, so all of those producers that you know, Carl McD, etc. Valley Eaton, great bunch of guys, all really, really super good at what they do, but they'll probably echo the same things that I'm telling you right now. So, one song, sure, that always irritates me. Sorry, it's my first live video, so I'm winging this as I'm going, right? So this is my introduction video. If you're watching, share it with your friends. Please get them to watch. I know Facebook does something where if you don't get likes, they delete the video or whatever. But this is going to be a weekly thing as a start. Hopefully I can get to 3 videos a week if time allows. But this is going to be a weekly thing, right? So this is episode 1. So, as an artist, you need to know what you want to do. You need to know what you're good at. And one of the other things that I find with artists is also that, you know, when you're good at what you do, and let's say what you do is you are a fantastic singer. Like if I take myself for example, I know that the things that I want to record for myself and release as an artist for myself, the things that I want to do, I don't always sing it as well, right? And that's something that I need to obviously make peace with and adjust my path as an artist if I want to. See, Ibrahim Malam is watching. That's another producer. If you are interested in recording work, that's one of the best in the world. I won't say the country, best in the world. Go and work with him. He's the guy doing Jared Ricketts' new album. So Jared Ricketts' New Life, and Malam, what's the other one? New Life and Take Me to Your Heart. Take Me to Your Heart. Fantastic video. So yeah, I've got some projects that I'm working on now, and I'll show you the progress of those tracks as I do them. So I'll do some live videos from studio. Yes, I see you, Melem. Yeah, so hopefully this live video series will be a platform that people will use to actually help them in their careers. I'll also be doing reviews of songs that I've done, and sort of a breakdown of each of the songs that I've done. I mean, I get a lot of questions from artists as well that's got nothing to do with the actual music itself or the production itself, but as a mixing engineer or mastering engineer, funny enough, I get more work as an engineer from different producers, different artists, than I do having with new artists coming through the door. And a lot of the time I get a question and say, Mo, that song you did for whoever, Jared, Lloyd, how did you get the vocal to sound like that in the mix? How did you get, that kick, that snare? Obviously people like to look at things in isolation under a microscope, and they shouldn't. So I'll be doing breakdown videos as well like that to show you that it's actually not something wow, or this little secret weapon that people think there exists in different things. It's just knowing all of the tools that you have at your disposal, how to use them, and then also how to do weird stuff with them, right? So for example, if you have a hammer, you don't have to just use it as a hammer. You can use it as something else, a weight to hold down your books, right? Doesn't matter, right? And then I'll also be doing a couple of videos on setting up your own home studio. The industry has changed. The industry has changed so much, where 5-10 years ago, well, even 5 years ago, there was such a big difference between audio interfaces and converters, and obviously I'll speak about those things in more detail in upcoming videos, but this is my introduction video, so I'm just trying to give you an overview on what will be covered. And there was such a big gap where people were saying, listen, I need to have this piece of equipment in order to take my sound to another level. But that's not necessarily true anymore. In fact, I think it's completely invalid now. You could literally walk into any music store, buy any audio interface / sound card, buy any condenser microphone, connect it to any computer that it will work with, and you can make good music. You can make fantastic music. Some of the best work that I've done, in fact some of them have won awards. So if anybody remembers Lloyd Jansen's first album, Turn It Up, I made that song using a audio track Maya 44. It was the cheapest professional sound card at the time. It was in a computer tower that made such a lot of noise. I had to literally put a blanket over it if I was recording. And hi everyone, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, your artist friends, etc. And I mixed it in my home studio, in a bedroom, and people still don't believe me. People will walk into my home studio to this day. And my home studio has obviously improved over the years. I'm a bit of a gear junkie. And they say, wow, this looks really cool. So where did Jared record his vocal? Where did you record Lloyd's song? Where did you do this? Where did you do that? And I say, well, they were standing right there where you were standing now. And then they look around the room and they say, oh, okay. But I still don't believe you. And then I literally have to open up projects for some people. I literally have to open up a project folder and say, yo, here is Jared's folder, or the Three on the Floor folder, or whoever the artist is, Ryan, Frankie, etc. And then they tell me, oh, okay, yeah, we can work, right? So that's a strange thing that artists tend to do. I'm saying a lot. I should stop doing that. Artists out there, if you walk into somebody's studio and it looks great, don't decide to work with them based on the way their studio looks, right? I don't want to say don't judge a book by its cover, but the most important thing is do your homework. What work has that producer done? Because you're obviously there for a reason. You're not just there because the producer can record. Yes, they're there to provide a service. However, you need to know what music they've done before, who they've worked with, and then also make sure that you guys click. Make sure that, as human to human, is the person friendly? Do you guys get along? A lot of the time you'll find that you want to work with this fantastic producer. Even me, I'm not perfect. I know there's been people that come through the door and they say, you know what, I really like what you do, but I'm just not, we're not clicking, I'm not feeling, so I'm going to go somewhere else. And I'll say, that's fantastic. I recommend that you go see these people. Based on the style of music you want to do, go to those people. I said again. Stop doing that. But I'm pretty comfortable now in this live video. I was very nervous at the start. Yeah. What else can I share with you tonight? Hi, Erica. Hi, Mishka. Hi, Junaid. Yeah, so how long have I been doing this now? Okay, almost there. So, one other thing that I know that I wanted to cover tonight is as an artist, don't be afraid to work with different people. There is this stigma in Cape Town especially where artists, certain producers all say, you know what, this industry in Cape Town, it's all about clicks, and people just want to hold on to people, and people just want to do this and that, and they don't want you to work with the artist who they are working with. And in certain cases that is true. However, for the most part it's not. Speak to any well-known producer who you know of in Cape Town, for example, whoever it is. I'm not going to name drop right now, but some of them are watching this video. Ask any of them. They will all tell you that in some cases it's very cliquey and people, like to work in this box and keep everything for themselves. However, if that wants to change, it's up to you. I can't even tell you how many times artists come into my studio and they meet me, and it's our first meeting, and all we're talking about is music. What have you done? Let's have a cup of coffee. We have a laugh. We're just getting to know one another. And then right at the end, I say, listen, you are a really good R&B singer. You know what? I know, if you're interested, I know a really great R&B songwriter and vocal producer. This is who I recommend you work with as well, besides me. So I'll say, look, if it's R&B, I want you to, go and chat to Ibrahim Inglis. Go chat to Ricardo Dyson, for example. If you want to do hip-hop, go to these people. Clint C, Ibrahim Malum, Amin Harron. I can't even think of all the names. And people tell me, Muni, but why are you telling me these things? I came to you because I want to work with you. And I say, I know, that's fine, but as a producer, I want what's best for you. And if you only work with me, there's only going to be a certain amount of development for you as an artist. You need to branch out, and you need to learn to work with other people, because I will have certain strengths, other producers will have other strengths. They'll teach you they'll teach you things that I may not be able to teach you, right? Because they may have more experience in a certain type of sound. Branch out and work with as many people as you can, right? And then when I say that, people say, the obvious thing, like, yeah, Mo, but money, and I'm not sure what where am I going to get money to do all of these things, and it's really tough, and things are so expensive, etc., 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 etc. Now, artists need to understand that yes, money is a reality, right? But remember, you as an artist, you are investing, you are paying somebody. If I make an example, you are paying somebody to provide a service, and that person needs to pay for the electricity bill, to make sure that they have the right equipment and the best equipment to give you the best quality sound that you can possibly get as an artist. Pardon? And people tend to not understand that. This seems to be an ongoing issue with regards to payment. I watched a video recently where a artist, and luckily this person wasn't from this country, I think it was somewhere in the States, where the artist said, you know what, producers keep getting vocalists on their tracks and they don't pay us, but when we want them to produce a song for us, then we have to pay them. And I just think that lady didn't quite understand what was meant by you are paying somebody for a service, right? If you need something fixed in your house and you need a plumber, you obviously pay the plumber to come in. You pay for the parts required, etc., etc., their time, their travel, whatever it may be. Don't create unnecessary friction by saying, listen, I don't want to pay you. And please remember that payment is not only money. Payment, if there's a trade exchange that can happen of some sort, you know what? Figure it out. Chat to the producer, right? But believe me, if you follow word of mouth, people will never send you to somebody who can't give you top quality stuff, right? So do your homework when you want to work with somebody, but I don't want to say don't embarrass yourself, because it's not embarrassing, it's a reality. And I think what I'm trying to say is, when you are doing or pursuing your music career, treat it as a career, not as something that you just take for granted. So for example, let's say you're buying your first car. You save up so much money, so much money. Yes, Evie, you're late for class. When you save up for your first car and you buy that car, you're so happy, right? But there's a little bit of rust here and there. It needs new tires. The motor needs some work. So what do? You save up more money. You put more money into that car. Then you sell it. And once you sell that car, you then make more money so that you can buy a better car. Treat your music career like that. Save up your money, work hard, no matter how long it takes. Keep working on your craft. Save up the money required to record your music. Get the best quality that you can. Work with whoever you want to work with, right? But once you have that first song or that first project, what I suggest, I recommend the first 3 or 4 songs. So yes, 3 or 4, not one song, right? So again, just to remind you, you put your whole life into this one song. It bombs out. No radio station wants to play it. Nobody wants to buy it. People like, oh, my world is coming to an end. Nobody wants to listen to my song. Nobody likes it. Blah 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 blah. Do 3 or 4 songs, and that's your passion. That's your item. That's your. If you had a shop, that was your stock. Monetize your asset. Your music is your asset. Do your homework. I'm not going to get into, some of the business side of music just yet. That'll be in a separate live video. So again, these live videos are going to be done weekly. Hopefully I can get to 3 videos a week if time allows. So your music is your asset. Monetize your asset. Market your asset. I know I'm throwing a lot of information in this video tonight, but I'm just trying to set the scene on, some of the possibilities. I don't want to say all, some of the possibilities of your music. Ibrahim Malam, who's watching this right now, I remember back in, could have been 2000 or 2001, right? Because he used to make my backtracks. I used to perform on stage, and if I needed a backtrack made, I asked him to do it. So thanks, Ibi. I still have those backtracks. Maybe I must play some of it. In fact, let me play some music. Hopefully Facebook won't block this video, but maybe I'll just play some work that I've done. Okay. This is Ricardo Dyson, Dear Judge. Now, in fact, let me tell you a story about this song. Can everyone hear the song? Anyways, if you want to hear the song, you can go to www.soundcloud.com/GimmeMoe. That's GIMMEMOE. Now, with Ricardo Dyson, it was actually an interesting story, and this just goes to show you, the power of word of mouth. This guy, Ricardo Dyson, fantastic human being, fantastic friend, very hardworking, great R&B vocalist, great songwriter, very, very humble. I love this guy. I kid you not, I absolutely love this guy. He called me and he said, "Hi, this is Ricardo Dyson. You haven't met me yet. I got your number from Jared Ricketts. I really, really want to work with you." And I said, "Listen, Ricardo, come and meet with me." He said, No. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to meet with you. But what I will do is, I'll pay for my song right now. I kid you not. I gave him my rate at the time. He paid for the entire song without having ever met me before. We never, ever met. And when he eventually came to do the song, don't tell him I told you. This is a live video on Facebook. I say, don't tell him I told you. He came to me 1 year later to do this song. And he trusted me so much that he allowed me to actually produce the song and give it a sound that he didn't know about. What do I mean by that? I mean, he had made a backtrack to the song. He came to my studio on the first night that we ever met face to face. He recorded the vocals to his song. I loved the vocal and the vocal melodies and the writing so much, and I told him, "You know what, Ricardo, this is such a powerful song, but I hear something else. I don't hear the backtrack that you made." Because I heard on the one side a really good song that had really good content, really good vocalists, really good melodies, and on the other side I heard a backing track that really wasn't, the two weren't fitting together. And he allowed me to just have a go at it and do whatever I wanted to do, right? So, and that was the power of word of mouth and doing your homework. When he came to fetch the song, I kid you not, he sat and he listened. He sat like this, and he just listened to the entire song. And I mean, when the song was done playing, he couldn't thank me enough. And then we must have played another 3 or 4 times. And then obviously I explained to him why I did certain things, why I gave it the feel. Because it's a song with a message. The song's called Dear Judge. And I got a call from a radio station the very next day. Ricardo he obviously took his song, he put it on different online platforms, and all I did was click share. I didn't say anything. And then I got a call from a radio station, and I won't mention the radio station's name. No, I don't have friends there. No, it's not a buddy or a family member or something who works there. But I kid you not, I got a phone call. They saw my telephone number, called me and said, "Hi Munib, this is so-and-so from so-and-so FM. And it's not good up. I don't mean the amount of syllables. It's just, it's something FM, the radio station. And they said, can you please send us the song that you just shared?" And so, because of what they heard online, people said, you know what? We want this song to be, to go to our playlist committee. And it did. It charted on one of the SA Top 10. So the power of word of mouth. Ricardo had so much trust in me as a person and as a producer, simply because he's heard work that I've done before. He asked people who worked with me before what the experience was like. And he spoke to people who hadn't worked with me just to see what their opinion would be. And it just so happens that everybody he asked had positive things to say. Right? I don't know who he asked, except the one artist who worked with me. I don't know who he asked. And that's why he trusted me so much. And that's what he said. I trusted you because I've done my homework. I know what I want. I know what I want to do. This next song. This song playing now is called Human Being. Funny story though. The artist is Lavim Gabriel. He's another guy who's worked with Ibrahim Malam. Go check Lavim out. Really great songwriter, great vocalist, knows what he wants to do. Has the answers to all the questions that I usually ask people when they come and meet me. And we actually did this song a good couple of years ago. But this was one of those songs with a message. It's a song about, like everybody, no matter who you are. So think about all the racism things that you can think of in the world. Whether it be against, people of color, their sexual orientation, their religion, beliefs, whatever it is. So he wrote this really good song, and he wanted like this rock feel to it, but I gave it a pop rock feel. And then he submitted this song for I think it was the Pretoria Pride Festival last year. And then it actually got chosen as the first official anthem for the Pride Festival. So that was really cool. So we managed to do a new mix, new master, just to make it sound more modern and more current. And he actually got to go. They flew him up to Pretoria to perform, and it's got radio play and everything else that comes with it. I'm actually not sure if we can hear the song. My wife loves this song. I'm sure Wisala's watching. She loves this song. But as a producer, you hear things over and over and over and over. You just get tired of it. Now, I need to end this video soon. This has been GimmeMoe Episode 1. Season 1, Episode 1. The GimmeMoe live video series. So again, I'm going to be doing this once a week. Hopefully I can get up to 3 times a week. Please like this video. Like this video before I end it. Like and share. So yeah. Yeah, Malam. Hi, Wisal. Yeah, one more thing. I feel like remember Jerry Springer used to have that funny show, and then right at the end he would say something fantastic and something so profound. I don't want to say anything profound. I want to say, let me say something constructive. Here we go. I'm just going to wing this. As an artist, don't be afraid to work with different people. Don't be afraid to work with co-writers. Don't be afraid to get more people in the room, whether it's musicians to play to play to your music. Don't be afraid. Just don't insult them by telling them that you're not going to charge them any, you're not going to pay them anything, or you're not going to give them a cut of the song. Know what you want to do. Clint C, just join this live video now. Clint C, great friend of mine, great producer, great songwriter, one of the hardest working guys that I know. And he likes to just be in the background. He doesn't tell many people about his stuff. But if I told you that he had, I think it was about 7 or 8 songs on one radio station playlisted at the time, you won't believe me. And you know why? Because you don't know that he did it. I know about it because him and I are great friends, and I had the opportunity to hear some of those songs before it went to radio. So keep doing what you're doing, Clint. Love you, brother. Yeah, as an artist, know what you want to do. Be a sponge. Be a sponge. There's so much that you can learn. So much that you can learn. I mean, I've been running my home studio, recording things for artists, recording things for I've done some work on documentaries. I've provided a service where I just record things. So someone just needs a vocal done, or vocal production, or a mixing job, a mastering job. I've been doing this for about, wow, I think it is 14 or 15 years. And up till today, I still try and learn as much as I can. Things change all the time. The sound changes. Things that people like, things that people listen to changes all the time. So you as an artist, be open to change, be open to evolve. Keep learning things. Keep trying to improve yourself as an artist. Yeah, so that's the GimmeMoe Season 1, Episode 1 of the live video series. So I'm going to be doing this every week, or as much as I can. So when it's up, please, like the video, share it with your friends, tell all your artist friends, producers, whoever it is, to watch it, give it a listen. You can even drop me some questions in the comments, and I'll answer them as we're going. So I'll be doing a couple of live question and answer sessions as well. Yeah, I'll provide my email address. If people want to send me questions before the time, I'll answer them. Because I get a lot of questions like, Mo, what string sound did you use in Jared's song? And I go, which string sound? And they'll say, well, in the chorus there's this really nice violin section that plays. And I go, oh, that's Logic 9's standard violin section. And they go, wow, so you're actually telling me what you're using? I say, of course. Guys, I'm an open book. That's why I'm doing this live video series. I'm here to help everybody. I hope that we can all connect. But yeah, that's me. How about this? I'll answer one question. We have 7 people watching. Yeah, 7! 7 people watching. Does anybody have a question? Any question. It doesn't even have to be music related. And I'll wait. And nobody's leaving any questions. I'm sad. No questions. Nadeem, Clint, Ibi, Junaid, Carnita, anybody? Amanda, Mishka. No one. If no one, it's good, because I need to go and watch the football now. Right, so who's my barber? Okay, my barber. First question. My barber is Rajis in Thornton Road, opposite the rugby stadium. He's a really good barber. I only let him cut my hair, nobody else. Let's see. Clint, why the beard? I don't know, bro. I was tired of people telling me that I look like I'm 16. So, I'm just trying to just update the look. So, the beard is staying. Beard is definitely staying. Maybe before I go, here's something. I'll be releasing a song very, 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 very soon. Like, very, very soon. Like, I mean, the vocals are done, the vocals are recorded, everything is ready. I've just sent my song to a different producer who's co-producing it. In fact, two of them co-producing it, and getting their creative input and their production on the track. So yes, even me as a producer, as an artist, I still, even though I can produce my own stuff, I still branch out and ask other people to add their flair to it. So Melum, there's something coming your way soon. I need you on something. Clint, you as well, dude. No, not 2019. Not 2019. Again, vocals are done. Vocals are done. I've actually got a group of people. Well, I don't want to say group of people. Some really close friend of mine, Kyle McD and Ibrahim Inglis, and we also a production team called Three on the Floor. And we'll be pushing each other to get our stuff out. And I'd actually like to challenge Melum, because he released a single and I got so excited that he was going to release a lot more, and I'm still waiting on the next one. Yes, see, Ibi, don't spoil my mood now. United's playing cars. Anyways, what's new? They play cars every game now, as long as they don't lose. So yeah, Melum, please make more music. My man Clint has just done the new Rihanna Ray EP. Go have a listen to it. It sounds fantastic. I feel so blessed that I got to hear it before it was released. Again, Clint gave me an opportunity to listen to it and just give him my opinion on it. I respect him so much. He's for allowing me to do that. You have no idea. So if you have any music that's coming out, and you want me to have a listen to it, just contact me. I mean, advice is free, unless you're actually asking me certain things like, do I change this bass, or do I change this, or do I change that? Because that's a different conversation. Let me see. Do I have anything else I want to share with you? Yeah, so just to sum up this video, I know I said a lot of things, is why am I doing this? Number one, it's an opportunity for us to connect. Number two, it's a platform for me to help you both make better music, record better music, and for you to make less unnecessary mistakes as an artist as you go through your career. Number three, I'll do some live videos in my studio so you can actually see what I do. Number four, I'll actually be doing music reviews, starting with my own, well, not music reviews, music breakdowns, right? So an in-depth look at some projects that I've done. So what did I do to get them to sound the way that it does, what I did at the mixing stage, what I did at the mastering stage, bearing in mind that those are things that worked for that particular track, so it won't work on every track. Yeah, and then I'll be doing question and answer, live question and answer videos as well, where I'll be taking people's questions and they can ask me anything they want, anything music related. They can ask me, no matter what it is, whether it's I'm a hip-hop artist and I really like this type of sound, who should I work with, or I've got all of my tracks and I just need to record, who do I go to, how do I know who to work with, who's best to work with, etc., etc., etc. Trust me, as a music producers and my producer colleagues will all tell you that we all feel the same question or the same type of question from artists when they come into our studios. Whether it's, do you think this will work on radio? And then it's a song that actually doesn't work on the radio. And when we say, no, that's not going to work, people don't want to work with us anymore. And then they go away. And let me tell you something that I always hear in my studio. Mo, so how much do you charge? Now, at the time, this was years ago, so this is not my current rate, years ago, it was 1,500 Rand, right? So that included the recording sessions, the production, the mixing, recording, mastering, everything, right? Up until the final package. 1,500 bucks, which is nothing. The guy looks at me and he says, yo, Mo, but there's a guy down the road by me and he said he can do my entire album for 800 bucks. And then I said, well, then go to your friend down the road, because if he can do an entire album for you for 800 bucks, that's value for money. I say, but please know what you're getting yourself into before you spend your money. And then I got a phone call 3 months later, and the person said, listen, I just want to let you know I'm busy saving up to work with you. I wasted my 800 bucks. I was at this guy's place, or producer's place, for all of 1 hour, and everything was done in one take, and everything sounds horrible, blah, 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 blah. Right? I'm here to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. But please don't expect this to be a platform where you think I'm going to badmouth anybody, because that's not what I do. Not at all. This is a chance for us to connect, interact, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the series. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay, let me see. Why is Malum? There's more coming soon, but that's all I'll say for now. I'll believe it when I hear it, not when I see it. Cheers, guys. That's the GimmeMoe Series 1, Episode 1. GimmeMoe live video series. Bye.